Hi, I'm here on the streets of Latonia, and we are here to interview Billie McDaniel. Billie has her hand in a lot of different areas in northern Kentucky, but one of the things is something coming up July 22nd called Unlock the Block, here to showcase Latonia. And today we're going to interview Billie on this and the rest of her life here on People of Northern Kentucky. Okay, so Billie, I'm very excited about interviewing you today because I've known you for several years, and I know that you're plugged into so many things. And so just tell me first a little bit about you personally. I know you have children, so tell me a little bit about your children.
Sure. I have 4 children, 2 daughters and 2 sons, and their ages range from 12 to 4, so they keep me busy. We're really plugged into different activities, and I feel like I'm a taxi. You know, the children have really shown me just how to look at needs. You know, I have some that are gifted and some who have special needs, and so it has been a journey for all of us. 2 of our children were foster to adopt, and so that whole experience has changed me for the better. Kentucky, they have so many children right now just waiting for homes, and so if I could say anything, you know, not about me, but just, you know, focusing on my foster children, I would definitely say take the opportunity to either mentor or get involved. They will change your life. You know, I came from a home where it was very dysfunctional, and so many community members stepped in and loved me, and so I can only say it's almost like paying it forward, and so it's been really exciting for them to see how much they've grown. My daughters love it. They now want to foster, so it's just the overall experience. It's kind of beautiful having kids, so whether they're mine or not, you know, with an education, you kind of have classrooms of kids, and so I love children. I think that they are just amazing, and you can learn so much from them.
To say, I know you're very plugged in to the schools because I met you first. PTA, I think, is what you was involved in Ryland Heights
Sure.
Elementary.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about what you do in the schools there, and I know you have a great project there at Ryland Heights also.
Yes, so I started PTO and PTA, any capacity as a parent that you can be plugged in. And so at Ryland we have a PTO, and I've been on their board or a member for over 7 years, and it, as far as entails anything from in the classroom to outside promoting just advocacy of education. You know, I started just because there was a need for parent involvement, and I grew to love the people that I worked with. I love the teachers, and I love the students. They needed support, and I felt like there's a lot of talent that we as parents and grandparents and aunt and uncles could offer the school and be mentors, and we have skill sets that schools can benefit from. So, you know, I've been there for 7 years. The project that I'm working on right now is the nature trail. We are trying to get the students outside and learning just an additional education environment. And so we started that last fall, and it's been really neat to partner with Kenton County Parks, the Cincinnati Zoo, the planning and area development with Kenton County. So we've really enjoyed working with them. They make us better as far as a school community.
Okay, so talking about the projects that you were doing at the school, I think that's one of your strong points, is bringing community together to work on a project like that, which is why we're sitting in the middle of the street in Latonia today. We're actually sitting on pink buckets,
Sure.
and you can describe some of that in a minute. But it's because of a project that you're working on right now, and it's from Leadership Northern Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
So can you first tell me a little bit about what Leadership Northern Kentucky is, and then tell me about the project you are doing and why it involves Latonia?
Sure. So Leadership Northern Kentucky is part of the Northern Kentucky Chamber Foundation, and annually they elect 50 regional leaders in various fields. It could be education, justice, nonprofit sectors, if you will, and they get together and we tour the region. Mm-hmm. And we look at our area needs as far as the vibrancy, the business diversity, education, and then we get together and annually we do a project. And so some projects that you might have heard in the past, River City Relay, Hope Box, Derby, there's several different projects that they have done in the past that have impacted our region. And so this year we've chosen Unlock the Block. We are doing a music festival in Latonia, and so we are trying to promote and create an awareness for Latonia and really try to, with the awareness, promote vibrancy. This community has so many assets, and so we just want to draw people to it. Latonia is part of Covington, which many people assume that they are two different communities, and they're actually one. And so we are just trying to showcase what they already have going on for them.
And the Unlock the Block is going to be actually on this street that we are sitting on right now.
So Unlock the Block will be July 22nd, and it'll be from 4 to 10. We are hoping to have 5,000 people down here on this street. It's kind of exciting because you have the small business owners coming in, you have the Latonia Business Association, the Community Council, the Area Study. They are all on board with helping us with our mission as far as creating that awareness. And 3 great bands. We've got DV8, which they headline for a lot of music festivals. We have the Turkeys, otherwise known as Northern Kentucky Bluegrass Band, and then we have the Ben Waltz Band. So we really have that good entertainment that's kind of an array of genres for everybody. And so we'll also have a community zone. Chick-fil-A is going to be partnering with us, and other vendors that we will be releasing as far as that information. And so we're super excited. We also want the attendees to take part in what is great about Latonia. We'll have Unlocked Literacy, in which we'll have a 3-dimensional Johnny's Castle, and attendees can come in and receive a book when they turn in their key. And we'll have an Unlocked History Tour, which we're trying to show the history with Latonia, and that will be a small tour, and it'll also engage a different demographic, if you will. And so there's a lot that's still in the works, but we are so excited to be here. It's the right place for us to be. Latonia has so much to offer our area.
So why did you choose Latonia?
So we were looking at it, and we saw a lot of events going on with Covington. We saw the Bellevue and the Ludlow piece, and other areas, and with Florence, and we just looked at what area has a lot to offer that people might not know about. I mean, Latonia has a huge racehorse industry that a lot of people do not know. And the history, it was the Derby after the Derby. And they have a phenomenal railroad museum. And there's so many things that, if you were older and you were from this area, you would know about. But if you were coming in as a newer family, these are things that you can involve your family in. And we're hoping to showcase and pay homage to that history.
Okay, and you actually took me on a short little tour of a little bit of it. Can you tell me some of the existing businesses that they are so proud about here?
So Latonia historically has had a bakery, and we kind of walked through it, and I'm sure you'll showcase that in the video, but the bakery is now open, and it did close, and that was something that a lot of people in this area, they missed. And so some of the community owners really paid attention to that as a business that thrives in this community, and people go there. And so Emerson's Bakery came in, and everybody was really excited. The Holy Cross kids really love going there in the morning and getting breakfast, and you'll see a lot of the painters and subcontractors coming in for breakfast, and all kinds of people in the community. So it's really neat. Bart's Burgers, they were just recently on Food Network, and Latonia has a lot to offer, and it's just you might pass it by, but I encourage people to give it a try. There's another building that a lot of people know, the Promenade Palace, and dancing will not take place now, but you can go in and buy eclectic antiques and different things. So there are so many new businesses coming in, which is really exciting, but there's a lot of vacancies left that we would love to see more small businesses come in and look at Latonia. There's grant opportunities within Covington for Latonia or new homeowners. So it's a good opportunity to come here. It's the right time. The people are very receiving and welcoming to the idea of promoting that vibrancy.
That's awesome. And as you were walking me through the city here, I love the fact that you had new little businesses popping up, little eclectic looking shops. But I see that they're also doing a lot of construction here, renovating a lot of the shops. So I love that everything's being renovated. And like you said, this street itself has a lot of opportunities for people to build businesses on. That's cool.
Sure. One of the things when we first picked Southern, we chose Southern because it was near the historical Riddy's Corner. And when you went down Southern, the noise from the bustle of the main area on Ray's Corner. You could kind of get away from that, and we just thought the bands, you could hear the bands, and you could still hear the city and what is going on, but there was a space where people could activate this area, and maybe they want to look at a building now, or they want to go down a side street and eat a burger at Bard's, or there's so many just opportunities. It's great to be in Latonia. A lot of us from leadership have started attending the different community meetings and plugging in and possibly wanting to buy a building or start a business down here. So it has been a relationship connecting experience for all of us, and I've enjoyed it with Leadership Kentucky. I learn daily from the experts and people, my classmates. I just have truly enjoyed the experience.
Nice. Now I hear that you are also having a new experience too in education, that you have taken some classes now?
Sure, so I am going back. With this experience, it's made me realize how much I love peacemaking and project management, and so I am heading back to Northern. Before Jeffrey Mearns, President Mearns headed out, I did share with him that I wanted to go back to school, and so super excited about that. Northern's just around the corner, and finishing in December with project management, and really wanting to be plugged in to this region. And so this has really opened my eyes up to the assets, and it's not just about the business but the people. Kentuckians are very knowledgeable and loving people, and it's been a joy.
That's awesome. What is your favorite things to do here in Northern Kentucky with your children?
Sure. I love park hopping. We call it progressive park hopping. So we will start at one park and we will hit all the parks, and in between we'll sometimes stop and get snacks, but I love being outdoors with the children, and so it's really neat. We also love the library. Kenton County has an amazing series of libraries, and you can go from one end of the county to the other, and there's lots of opportunity. I think regardless if you're in a family setting or you're an individual and you're here and you're at school, there's so much to offer in Northern Kentucky. We are on the 275 belt, and so you can also go across the river, which a lot of times people assume that you're only supposed to stay in Northern Kentucky, but what I've realized in this experience is we have to embrace our region just because of how it's set up with the economic piece, and then also we're literally miles apart, and there's so much on each side, and I think there's a lot that we can learn from each other.
Thank you for joining us today. Every Thursday at 10 a.m., get to know your neighbor by catching a new edition of People of Northern Kentucky.